Okay, we're going to move on to our San Jiao exercise from the basic 8. We're going to go over the mechanics first, and then we're going to go over the breath, and then we're going to have a quick little visual aid thing to help explain the San Jiao, sort of, and then we're going to go back to practicing the San Jiao exercise. So I'm trying to think. I have my camera. I did not anticipate this part. I have my camera straight up and down so you can see both the head and the arms and the everything and the feet. So we're going to try a couple of ways with it vertical, and then we might try and spin it horizontal. So first, we're going to keep our feet together. This is the San Jiao exercise from the basic 8. And we're going to inhale, our palms facing the sky, and then exhale, having them underneath the shoulders or in the armpit area, or as close as you can get to while still being comfortable for you. Remember, we don't want to stress ourselves out or stick ourselves into pain. Next, I'm going to let the breath go for a little bit so you can breathe naturally while you work on the mechanics. You're going to step out to your right, straight to the side. So you're going to step out to the right. You're stepping along the same plane, so you're not stepping forward, you're not stepping backward, you're stepping straight out to the right, and you're keeping the foot parallel. You're going to sink a little bit of weight onto that right leg, making sure that the knee is tracking over the toes. So once again, you're not allowing the knee to crash in or allowing it to crash out. It's tracking over the toes, but not past the toes. You're going to turn your head to the left, and then you're going to push out with both hands. Both hands are flat here, as if they're pushing against a wall. They're going to push out at the same time. And then you're going to rotate the wrists with the palms now facing up. And you're going to bring yourself back to the center. So even though typically we start to the left, our start now is with our gaze. You're stepping out to the right and gaze going to the left. Once again, then the palms face the sky and you pull everything back to the center. Next, we're going to step out to the left. Once again, feet are parallel on the same plane. The knee is tracking over the foot, but not past the toes. We're going to look now to the right. The palms are going to face away as if we're pushing against a wall. And then we're going to push out. And then rotate the wrists, coming back in. Okay? So let's do it with the breath. We've inhaled. We're going to exhale fully. Bend at the knees, step out to the right, look to the left, position the hands and inhale as we extend the arms. Exhale as we come back. Then you're going to bend the knees, look to the right now, step out to the left. Inhale as we extend. Exhale as we come back to the center. Bend the knees. Look. Step. Inhale. And exhale. Bend. Look. Step in the opposite direction. Inhale. And exhale. One more time each side. Bend, step. I think I got that wrong the last time. You're going to step first, then look, then inhale. And exhale, coming back to the center. Bend the knees, step first, then look, inhale. And exhale, coming back to the center. And release. Okay, quick description of the San Jiao. The San Jiao is the triple burner or the triple energizer. It's been called both. I prefer San Jiao or triple burner because we don't want it to get confused with the 3 energetic areas. So when we're talking about the lower dantian, the lower energy center, that's different than what we're going to be talking about with the San Jiao and the lower burner. Now, to describe what the San Jiao does and is, Henry mentioned before that it would take him an hour or more to explain. This is absolutely true. I'm giving you very broad generalizations here. So please don't think that this is the end all of what the San Jiao is. But I have my little aid. And I don't know, is that backwards? It might be backwards from what you're seeing. Regardless, it's supposed to say San Jiao. And the San Jiao is the irrigation official who builds waterways within the body. That's one of the descriptions that we have of the San Jiao, the irrigation official who builds waterways. And it's comprised of the upper burner, which is the heart and lung. And then we have the middle burner, which is typically the spleen and stomach. Some people, yay, it's not backwards. Thank you, Thea. So we have the stomach and spleen, or spleen and stomach in the middle burner. Some books will also add in the gallbladder. And then we've got the kidney, urinary bladder, and intestines in the lower burner. Some books will also include the liver. So anatomically, the liver is actually more in the middle burner, but some sources will say for this particular grouping of the upper, middle, and lower burners, we'll have the liver in the lower burner. One of the things that the San Jiao is in charge of, as we mentioned, the irrigation official who builds waterways, it helps with that water metabolism within the body. So we say that the drainage ditch is in the lower burner. That's where we're excreting things and separating the clear, which is going to go up, and the impure, which is going to go down and hopefully out. And then we have the middle burner, which they talk about as a maceration chamber or the froth of bubbles. And that's where things are being, we get that good goo chi, the food chi that's being turned into the nutritive chi for the body to use. And then we've got the upper burner, which is known as a mist or a fog. And that's the light elements of the water metabolism. And so we want a harmony between these 3 chambers. And that's part of what the San Jiao does. The San Jiao also is in charge of taking this Yuan Qi, the original Qi. There's so many types of Qi. The Yuan Qi, the original Qi, and helping it disperse through the body and through these 3 burners so that all the organ systems can properly function. They need some type of force, some type of warming force to help them do what they need to do and to function the way that they are supposed to function. The middle burner, the spleen and stomach, for transforming that food into energy we can use, and the heart and the lung, the gathering chi in the chest to help promote the breath and the blood and all of this wonderful stuff. So when Henry talks about the generating cycles and the controlling cycles and how all of the organ systems all move to work together to help create functioning of the body and healthy functioning of the body, part of that is also the San Jiao, and that is a very, very quick explanation. So let's get back to the actual exercise. We're going to settle into this space. We're going to inhale, having the arms come up, the palms facing the sky. Exhale completely. Sinking at the knees, stepping out to the right, turning the head to the left. Inhale as we expand, gazing at the tip of the middle finger. Exhaling, repositioning, coming back to the center. Bending at the knees. Stepping out now to the left, turning the head to the right. Extending as we inhale, gazing at the tip of the middle finger. Exhaling as we come back. Sinking at the knees, stepping out, turning the head, inhaling. Exhaling. Sink, step out, turn, inhaling. Exhaling. Sink, step, turn, inhaling, and exhaling. And close. Bringing the palms to the lower dantian, we're going to do a simple closing. Closing the eyes. Inhaling, guiding the breath and the chi to that lower dantian, allowing it to fill up with energy. Exhaling, allowing that energy to settle and store. Inhaling, using the breath and the mind intent to guide the breath into the lower dantian, allowing it to fill up with energy. And exhaling, letting that energy settle and store so that you may use it throughout the rest of your day. Thank you, Qigong family.